What's up, Miami Hurricane family members? What's good with y'all, man? I just wanted to elaborate with y'all on what I was talking about with the whole Manny Diaz situation, as far as like comparison to Willie Taggart. Uh, what I was talking about, because a lot of y'all been sitting in the the comment section talking about something they wasn't gonna get rid of Manny Diaz and he wasn't on the hot seat and this, and that, and the third or whatnot. So I just want to go ahead and elaborate what I would mean. Now, when stuff was looking bad when we lost against Georgia Tech, a lot of information, well not a lot, but some information started leaking out about alumni and team boosters and trustees and stuff like that. And administration, one administrator was leaking out about how he got a billionaire that wouldn't mind buying out Manny Diaz's contract. Now, y'all might not think these coaches don't be on the hot seat just because y'all feel that way. But look at Willie Taggart's situation. Okay, he's a minority. Okay, not trying to use that as an excuse or not. He had his first season. They didn't even make it to a fucking bowl game. Okay, they didn't make it to a bowl game first time in a long time. So you gotta understand when you don't win, when you don't win, when you don't win like you're supposed to win, a football organization will get rid of your ass. You might y'all y'all and myself included as a fan might not know what go on behind the scene, but they know as an organization what's going on. Like you might have some football players or some goddamn some people that went to the school that actually, I'm trying to see what the fuck is in my eye. Okay. Yeah. But y'all, us as fans might not know what goes on behind the scene. Now let's say Manny Diaz didn't win against Florida State, didn't win against Pitt, and didn't win no more games the rest of the season, didn't get us to a bowl game this season. Yes, he'll have a second year, but he'll have a second year. Yes, but who's to say that the program and the trustee board and some alumni wouldn't pay to get his ass up out of there, just like they did with the Taggart. Now you gotta understand, Manny Diaz is a minority as well. He's considered a minority because he's a Cuban, just like Will Taggart was a minority because he was black. So, so just look at it like this: if he didn't get us in the bowl game this season, if he didn't win against Florida State, his ass would be on the hot seat early because he'd be on the hot seat in the first season. Because the fact is that he talked a whole bunch of shit on the off season before the season even started. He put the hot seat on himself. Now, would he get rid of him the first season? There was a strong ass possibility. If he didn't win out, it was a strong ass possibility he might be out this season. But since he won against Pitt, since he won against Florida State, that saved his ass. I'm just gonna call it like I see it. I'm going off of what the leaked information was after the Georgia Tech game. Not saying that I say he was on a hot seat because I'm not the one putting the money towards it. But I'm just telling y'all, when a program feel like the coach is not taking the team in the right direction, they will raise that money to get your ass out that door. I don't give a damn about is this first year. Listen, this is what the alumni, the trustees, and the program people looking at. One, yes, true enough, this is Manny's first year head coaching. This is not Manny's first year being with the team. He's been a defensive coordinator for 3 years. Okay? So he knows his defensive players. He does have a knowledge of who's on the offense, but he don't know the offense as well as he does his defense play. Those are his defensive players that he recruited. Okay? Those are the guys he coached for 3 years. So he does know some of the offense. He knows the offensive players, but he don't know them in depth. Okay? He don't know what they got on the field, but he know what they got. He know what they got because he's been on the field. He's been on this team for 3 seasons. You got to understand that. So he don't seen them play because when his defense is on the sideline, you have to watch the offense. Okay, common sense, y'all. Come on. So the first year he get on there talking that shit, if you ain't a hurricane, we gonna whoop your ass and shit. You ain't gonna stay at the university. You go somewhere else, we gonna whoop your ass and all this shit. All that shit he was talking. Nobody. This is a conversation that host one, Zoe, everybody, Koku, everybody can't say, Orange Bowl boy, Junior Big Dog, everybody they been talking about. You know what I'm saying? You have to understand. Did nobody sit there and tell Manny to say all that shit? He said it himself. So let's put him on pressure. You're a 3-year defensive coordinator for this team. You know what the offense look like. Okay, you got a good idea what they look like, and so it ain't no full-fledged excuse of okay. The only thing you need to know how is to manage the time of the game. What do you need to go for it here? Do you need to take over more of the defense, or do you need to step in a little bit more on the offense and see if we need to throw the ball more? So that's what you got to understand. And as far as the practice and what we do need to focus on practice stuff, strategy and stuff. That's what you need to start taking over for our overall offense and defense. Now that's something new to you. True enough, yes it is. But far as not knowing who the fuck you got on offense, lie. You know who the fuck you got on offense. You know who you got at quarterback. You know this and that because you had to sit your ass on the sideline and watch it during the game. You damn self, and you had to watch it in practice when you ain't doing what you need to be doing. Anyway, so that was beside the point. But the thing is, my whole thing is like this: us fans, some of us fans, I ain't gonna say all of us fans, need to wake up and realize it's a fucking business for coaching. There's a business. This is not no goddamn players. These are coaches. They getting paid to do this shit. Players are finna get paid to be doing this shit. Not as much as the coach, but they finna get some money finally after 2021. Now, they could have raised the money, or they could have got the money if Manny didn't get us the winningest pit FSU and get us to a bowl game this season. His ass would have been on the hot seat after this season. Will he be out after this season? Probably not. But his ass would have been just like Willie Taggart in the second season. If same shit start doing the same shit next season, his ass would have been at the door just like goddamn Willie Taggart. Okay? Because he was going down the same road as Willie Taggart in the first season before he started winning his pick. Okay? Let's be honest. Realize and wake the fuck up, people. Stop fucking. Well, he's a first-year head coach. How you gonna get rid of? Listen, the trustees don't give a fuck about that. The alumni don't give a fuck about that. If you're not taking this program and progressing them, they will get rid of your ass. First, second, I don't give a damn what year it is. He was headed down the same road with a Taggart. If he didn't take us to a bowl game this season, he might have been at the door the first season. He might, depending on how the trustees wanted to do it. Depending on how the alumni wanted to do it. Depending on if they got the money up to go ahead and get rid of his ass, they would get rid of his ass. I don't give a fuck about none of this first year bullshit you're talking about. Because you got to admit, this first year was looking mighty fucking dead. Okay? Mighty fucking dead. We lost against teams that we shouldn't have lost against. Oh, then we got a field goal and this and that, the statistics, this and that. Fuck that. You should have started Perry the first few games. Not because the fact is that Perry's just a better quarterback overall. Not saying that. But at that point in time, you put your experienced fucking quarterback in that know how to react to the offense, especially if they sorry as hell. Everybody keep claiming they sorry as hell. You put your best quarterback in that know how to react. And we had that. Let Jaren grow by watching. Maybe throw him in the second half or whatever we get in the game against a bad team or some shit. I don't know. But the first few games, Perry should have started. I'm not looking at it who's better quarterback, none of that statistic shit. I'm looking at who can give us the better chance to win. And at that point in time, Jaren was not ready. Because Jaren would have got in that game and did what he did in the first fucking 4 to 5 games. Okay? Nicosi was the better quarterback. We needed a quarterback that knew what the fuck he was doing. We would have beat all these teams. And then there would be no fucking field goal issue. This is plain and simple. Okay? So that comes from coaching. You gotta know your strength and weakness off the real. I don't understand that, they don't know, they ain't never seen them play in the game. Listen, you seen the coach play in the game. You know what the coach can bring to the table. You should have played, you should have made Your best fucking players. You should have played Russo. You should have. That's all on coaching. Okay? That's all on coaching. Fuck a goddamn playbook. Let them boys goddamn ball. You got the ball, let them ball. I've been saying that for a long time. But like I was saying, if Manny would have did like Willie Taggart did the first season and we didn't go to a bowl game, and then the second season it still looked kind of shitty, he would have been out the door too. Hell, really, I don't know. I don't know. He might have been gone after this season. I mean, after the first season. But y'all stop sitting there telling me in the comment section, well, it's his first year, and I don't think he was in the hot seat. Y'all don't understand. He was in the hot seat. Okay, if he didn't win against Pitt, and he damn sure didn't win against Florida State, that motherfucker was in the hot seat. Okay, first season, his first head coach season. Okay, now his 3-year fucking season of a defensive coordinator for us, head coach. Y'all gotta understand. But now, if we lose another game, just watch our next season. Watch what I tell y'all next season. If we don't make it to a bowl this season, watch my next season. Watch it. Watch what I tell you. Just watch what I tell you. We don't never know what these trustees and alumni are going to do. If they see the program not going the right way, they will raise the money. They will get the money up and let your ass and let that head coach go. Don't give a fuck about none of that bullshit he talking about. We want results now. I know we want results now. If you're a real Hurricane fan, this record here is bullshit. I'm just calling like I see it, and y'all sit here and accepting this bullshit. Don't get me wrong. I don't like losing in Florida State at all. I don't like losing, period. But y'all sit here saying, well, it's his first year. And then listen, we got the talent. I don't give a fuck. None of y'all say. We got the talent. We got the players. It's just that this coach, his staff ain't bullshit. I'm just going to call it like what I said. Now, don't get me wrong. The defense always kept us in the games. But guess what? The offense should have won us the games. And it would have won us the games if the coach and staff knew who the fuck to put in first, which was N'Kosi Perry in the first few games. I'm just going to call it like I said. They put them in, put a couple of key players on defense in. Then after that, we'd have won a lot more games. That come from coaching, period. I don't give a fuck what you're talking about. Effort, yes, is included, yes, from the players. But that would come if you knew who giving you effort on the field. If you don't see the defense giving you effort, they're not tackling. Then as a coach, you step in their face, y'all need to wrap the fuck up. Take this person out, take this person out. They ain't doing what the fuck they need to be doing. That's on coaching. You see it. He see it. There ain't no excuses. I'm not giving no breaks, bro. I just not giving no breaks. Like, y'all seen on the video, I didn't have no energy about the win because I feel like, why are we celebrating? I mean, I know why we celebrating. I was happy, but I was just like, okay, but it's Florida State, and they're not good at all. They got a fucking horrible coaching staff, and we celebrate. Like we just won the Super Bowl, or we just won the fucking championship, or yeah, I knew we were gonna win because Willie Taggart ain't been doing what he's supposed to do. He inherited a bad coach and staff. He inherited a bad fucking team. Because you look at it, Jimbo Fisher was struggling before he left. He was struggling before he left, and they wanted his ass out too. So I'm just saying, Willie Taggart already he didn't push the issue on making that team disciplined early. He didn't push the issue on that. If he would have did that and he played his best players, he wouldn't have been gone. It's plain and simple. Now, get back to Manny. Yes, I'm talking about this for a long time. I understand that. But Manny, if you look at it, Manny was in the same situation. He had the right intentions, but then he turned into a liar, just like Willie Taggart. He was doing the same shit. But now, I guess he's getting it clicked now. I don't know. We'll see it next game. We'll see the next few games. We'll see next season. Because guess what? We're still guessing. We're still wondering how are we going to look the next game. Now, if everybody's sitting here telling me, oh, man, it's first year and this, let him learn. I hope he progress and do good. But me personally, being I'm not going to keep claiming myself a real Hurricane family member because the fact is I don't have to prove that shit to none of y'all. Okay? Y'all see me on here every day wearing my hurricane shit tattoo on me. I don't have to prove shit to y'all. Fuck y'all. If you don't believe I am, then fuck you. I don't give a damn. But my thing is that I don't like this record. I don't like the wins we got. The only win that we had, 2017 against the damn mediocre ass Florida State, that ain't even nowhere near even when Florida State wasn't even good before in the past, they still put up a better fight. That shit wasn't shit. Come on, be honest, y'all. Come on. Let's be honest. Florida State wasn't hitting on shit. And I mean they wasn't hitting on shit. They had too much turmoil going on their team. It was mediocre. Effort was nowhere to be found. They wanted to sit there and talk shit rather than play ball. I mean, bro, like, you can see the team wasn't even, you can see it wasn't even a team. That shit was individual shit. That shit was all not, that was a game. I was happy that we 17 points ahead to win the game. But you look at it, who the fuck was they there? Was that really a Florida State team, bro? Like, was it really a Florida State team, or was that a fucking FAMU team or Bethune-Cookman team? Because they played horrible. Them boys played horrible. Okay, I can't say it. I'm not dissing them, but like Kurt Hershey said, I wouldn't even want to talk about Florida State. They ain't even, they shit ain't together at all. We out the same way, but a little bit more together. But it just we beat up on the team that we supposed to beat on this season because of their situation. That's the reason why I feel like we shouldn't have lost. And we would have lost against Florida State this season. Hell yeah, man, it would have been on the goddamn hot seat because that team was so out of whack. I'm just calling like I see it. Now, we'll see what Manny gonna do next season. He saved his ass. He saved the job this season with the Florida State, Penn State win and get it closer to win the bowl game. Well, we need 6 wins to get a bowl. Okay, so you saved your ass. Progress. Now next season, we better see a hell of a better job. Because we're not going to accept this damn bullshit this season. Or I didn't accept it this season. Y'all accept it. Y'all accept this mediocre ass schedule winning season this season. I can't accept that shit. But it's just, next season, I better not be seeing no motherfucking 6, 7 win, 8 win season next season. This shit better be a fucking 10 or better. 11 or better. I think the schedule's going to be even easier next season because we don't even play Florida Gators. I'm not saying Florida Gators are more put together. Florida Gators are more put together than we are right now. But we ain't even got them on the schedule next season. So we should be way ahead of the Coastal next season. We should be like a fucking 10 or 11 win season next season, dude. I don't even want to hear that shit, bro. The Florida State got to start back over. Who else? Who else? North Carolina, they gonna be looking stronger. Georgia Tech gonna be looking stronger. Cause they moving in the right direction. I think Virginia gonna fall off. Virginia Tech gonna fall off because they lose their defensive coordinator. It's gonna be a lot of falling off for a lot of these coastal teams, and we should be like fucking 10 or 11, maybe 12. They're perfect next year. Come on, y'all, let's wake up. I'm not accepting this bullshit next season. We better be a fucking 10 or 11 better next season. There ain't no more excuses. And then we got all these talented ass recruits coming in next season that want to be at the U. We better fucking win a lot more games next season than we do this season. It's gonna be so much of a cupcake motherfucking schedule next season. But yeah, I just had to drop this and elaborate this stuff to y'all, man. I'll probably drop another video if I feel like it. But I'll holler at y'all. Remember, man, it's great to be a Hurricane. We deserve victory. Hit stick, buck stick. You did. And I'm out. So your boy CJ Miami King 87.